Hey guys, Dale here, back with more RimWorld, and we just had some sidejacks join. Very funnily, they joined in the transporter room, or maybe we beamed them in. They are little rodents. Oh, and Magnus returning from a restock mission up on Armstrong asteroid, I guess. Hijack, not Sidejack, a social monkey-like creature with extreme adaptability. These small, clever creatures considered in most places to be an invasive nuisance, outcompeting native life. Their curiosity often makes them an annoyance to colonies, as they will often steal various technological parts because they find them interesting. So these guys, they're from the Rim Effect series of mods. They will occasionally take things out of your stockpile and just like drag them to random places. I guess that's not like too much of a problem. We have a male and a female here. We'll see how they do. We'll let them be for now. Up in orbit, we have been doing a lot of work. So we moved that little grav engine around so that we could get, grav hull substructure under all of our exterior walls and through some of the interior cross sections, so you can see the jagged edges where we're dipping off. I have deconstructed all the infrastructure that we had down here or moved it up here. We transferred our oxygen up there, and then we're working on rebuilding some agri-cells so that they will so that we can maintain an atmosphere inside. What else is going on? We do have some walls that we are just building flat on the ground, so you can see that these walls are not connected to each other, though it does count as a room. Just hauled some gold and isolinear components up here so we can get a proper transporter room going. We have 7 pattern buffers. We have the large pattern buffer, and then of course we'll put 6 full pads down. We could probably stick another console in here, but we'll let them build that out first and get set before we do any expansion. I'm thinking this kind of area will be mostly our workroom. We're going to do a big barracks down here. We've got people sleeping on the floor. They have their recreation dining area moved. And then this will be kind of like infrastructure and more infrastructure back there. And that's about as complex as that is going to be. We have been mining all along here. We have not come across any like steel deposits yet, though. So I'm like, it's supposed to have like a big steel core. I'm hoping that it has a big steel core. So one of my other mods is a mod called Incident Control. It adds this incident control beacon, which you can turn on and off, disable threats from happening on a map, right? So instead of like going into your game setup and changing the scenario to exclude threats, which excludes them everywhere all the time, you can build one of these, and basically all the incidents that we have disabled on this map or with this control beacon are only going to be disabled on this map. So we don't have like we don't have raids that are going to be drop potting in on this map. We had an asteroid chunk drop, and I was like, oh, those are dangerous, so I disabled asteroids. And I've disabled all the like weather, the weird space weather stuff that we're having, so you can see like basically like hostile threats. Why is enemy raids? Let's go ahead and just check that again. So all enemy raids, infestations, resource drops, visitors, and rim effect core. We're not going to have any of that stuff happening up here. No insectoid stuff, no grav ship stuff happening on this asteroid. This is our like little safe home base. But having all that stuff disabled here does not disable it here. So they will continue to deal with the world that's going on around them. Every item that you check in here, it does increase the power consumption of this guy. So right now power needed is at 1800. Let's like check just a single thing. Let's do like Dust Devils, so it looks 25 watts each, and that's all editable in the mod settings, so you could make it free. There's also a section in the mod settings for incident control to disable an event like globally, so just another way to kind of like do that stuff. So yeah, after the hectic stuff that was happening yesterday, I was like, I need to build one of these, but I had not like brought advanced components up or anything like that. Down on the surface, we have like built out all the things that we're going to build out down here. So I think all our future building is going to happen up here when we get Armstrong Station set up and additional grav ships set up. I do want the transporter room just so it's easier to go back and forth, right? I can like load one person up with a bunch of supplies from down here and then beam them up, and then I can just beam them right back down instead of having to wait for the shuttle to travel and the shuttle to come off of cooldown and all that stuff. That being said, for today, how many people do we have here? We have 19. I think we can't send all 19, can we? We can send... Oh, yeah, we have some stuff on the ship. So 6 plus 12, 18. Okay, so we can't quite send all 19. We will send as many people as we can over to this site via transport. And I guess maybe we'll leave one back here just to kind of like maintain base functions, to oversee his mechanoids, you know, flip the switches in case something happens. We have yet to be raided by those guys, but I don't think it'll be a problem. I am more concerned about just like how big this potential threat is going to be. Okay, before everyone gets up and moving and we beam them off to their mission, I am going to flick all these switches on, and that's because I did want to show off the auxiliary power cells. So right now we can see this one's set to turn on if batteries dip below 80%. This fill bar is showing our battery fill rate on the power network that it's on, so it looks like it's 100%. This one turns on at 70%, and they keep running until there's 20% plasma left stored in them. At this rate, what is it? How much plasma are we storing in these guys? 2,500 plasma each. So I have them set to produce 1,500 watts of power if they need to come on. And that would let them run for 8.3 days. Why don't we just split it? So that is 2,500 watts of power, which will get us 5 days. So if these come on, we'll be producing 5,000 extra watts of power. Right now, with all of this, with all of our defenses powering on, you can see that we're dropping into having to consume power from our battery banks. So these are starting to drop as well. I'm going to speed it up. And I just want to show you guys, we have auto auxiliary power turned on. You'll get a notification when we start consuming plasma here. And there we go. Auxiliary power engaged. You can see power output is 2,500 now, which is doing nothing when we have all 4 of these on. There's no reason to have all 4 of those on. But I guess it is slowing our battery drain a little bit, right? And then this one's going to kick on. Transporter room 1. Let's call this like, that's going to be expedition. Transporter 1. Okay. So this one will kick on as well here in a moment. It's 0 watts right now. If we hover over to our alerts, which they like minimize for me because of a mod that I have, you can see auxiliary power is active. And so we got auxiliary power engaged again. And there's no reason to drain that any further. So we'll go ahead and get those turned off. And it looks like everyone's up and moving around. So I'm just going to grab everyone that's here except one. So 18 out of 18. And we'll grab some meals for them just in case we're there for a little while. Sure, accept. And so we're going to be using Transporter Room 1, 2, and the Zenith's Transporter Room to do this beaming. This is probably the largest party that we beamed over. Okay, Dale's on the way. And we are good to go. So let's go ahead and beam out. We will select our beam-in location. Okay, another facility looks like this. I got tricked by these last time. So we're gonna, I guess we can right down there. And let's do a combat command. We'll see how deep this goes. Magnus and Viren, if you like walk in, do those things activate? They did not activate. Why don't you go stand there? Okay, and that is the transmitter that we want to disable. Let's go. Go. I don't think we want to do that. We probably want to hack it. Hack progress. Wait, this says that it's disabled. Drone transmitter. What is going on here? Dale, can you hack? Already hack. This is very strange. Whole quest site is very strange. Okay, we woke some guys up down there. Viren, why don't you pop in? You can search and destroy my dude. You can search and destroy. Okay, area is now safe. But this says that it's hacked already. What if we destroy it? Are we gonna like fail the quest? Okay. Oh, it's been destroyed. Okay. Does that mean that the quest was successful? Let's beam home. We'll find out. Beam. Yeah, everyone. Transporter room 1. Items. We'll take those meals with us. We'll take that drone core for sure. And I guess we'll disassemble all this junk, except orders, unforbid the things, quest log. Quest log active. What was that even called? Drone? Drone emergence? Was that it? Colony intercepted. Settlement will be experiencing waves of raid. Okay, well, it marked off as green, so I guess we did the thing. Maybe we don't hack that. Maybe that is just like a go and destroy the thing. And having it have the hack icon is just like a weird little bug or something. Okay, so transporter room is looking good. Looks like we have a little James working on whatever it's called, pattern buffer work. Let's go ahead and get a small one of these in here as well. We'll just stick it like right there. Just so that we have additional charges if we need to. Starting to work on more infrastructure. I do not have any EPS relays over here, so we will do a quick little mission to deploy some EPS relays up there. Why don't we assemble an away team? We will grab Tess. We will look for EPS relays. Let's grab those. Is there anything else that we want to send up there? Maybe the glass. It would be nice to build some like windows and stuff up in space. I think we're good on components, but we'll send some more. And steel-wise, I think they're pretty good on steel for now. We got another architect sculpture. Oh, I did want to send the subcore encoder. I think I want to build mechanoids up there until we get some interesting drones. Go ahead and accept on that. Let's find that drone core. And can we study that for stuff? Pick up, no research bench available. Okay. Let's grab one of these guys that's doing the thing, and we'll see what kind of drones it unlocks for us. Okay, Tess, beam out up to the station. Yeah, straight to the transporter room is good. Okay. Gear, are you dropping anything off? No. Let's go ahead and just like beam you straight back down. And beam out. Welcome back. Okay, nice and simple on the resupply missions now. Anything else? No, if we're gonna do mech tech stuff up here, we'll need to send one, or we could make one of these guys a Mechanitor because we do have another mech chip. One. How much bandwidth do you have? You have a bit. Yeah, we could have him maybe set up some like miners, some tunnelers up there. You know, these little guys, the cleaner drones, are doing just fine, so maybe we keep those around. And I did get rid of that like drone tinkering bench, so maybe we rebuild that now that we have like a proper area for crafting to happen. Let's do that. Let's find our subcore encoder. Let's stick that like right there as well. And then where do we want to stick the biotech stuff? Mech gestators, we'll need the large ones for tunnelers, so we can just do that. Temporary placements for now. And then we could do... not quite. That's not quite what I wanted. Do something like that. If we are going to have mechs up here, then I think I want to get these guys an atomizer, just so we don't have to deal with pollution. So let's go ahead and summon a boss. How many do we need? We just need one chip? Okay. So that's going to be this mech band dish. We'll stick that right there. New drone unlocked is the firefighter drone. So I guess maybe we'll just continue doing those quests and see what kind of drones are potentially available. See if any of them feel like they're important enough for us to build. The Apocryton has arrived. I kind of just want to like beam in and take it out. What are our charges looking like? 16, 15, plenty of them. Yeah, let's just go. Magnus and Viren, why don't you right on top of this guy? Right on top. And then the rest of you guys, beam in. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, so you guys attack the Apocryton. Oh, Magnus, go ahead and search and destroy my dude. Okay. Nice and simple work. Orders this. The transporters are just ridiculously overpowered. Let's go ahead and send what we need up there. We're gonna send one, so actually, why components? Let's send some components. Send these as well. What was it? Chip? And anything else? Oh, we can send the skill trainer up there since they're actually doing plant work. One, you are going to be reassigned to space for a little while. And since you are going to be reassigned to space for a little while, we should probably also get you like a little android stand up here and just stick it in the corner of the transporter room. Not really doing anything with that space. Well, Newton returns, and that's because we're going to install a mech link in him. He is the best crafter that we have up there permanently. So we'll see how this goes. But we'll have Newton do the small mechs, and then we'll have one just assign some additional... what are they called? Tunnelers. So I think what we'll do here is... Do we see Newton in this list? No, because he's not on the map. Okay. Newton, are you going to have like a little... Yes, a lifter joined. Okay. So, mech-wise, lifter assigned to Newton is lifter number 7. So, Newton, let's grab you, and let's grab 7. Oh, I don't see 7. Lifter number 7. Oh, maybe it hasn't landed yet. Jump to location. Oh. You are little lifter 7. Okay, so Newton. Back there, and 7. There you are. Oh, we have like something is adding overseer icons there. That's pretty handy. Okay, Newton, there you are. Lifter will just get beamed from wherever it is, like a colony animal. We need to have a pad for it. So you are able to transport like a whole army of mechanoids if you need to. Lifter, you look very confused. You look a little less confused now. So waste pack atomizer, we'll get a mab in here. We're going to assign this to Newton. Assign. And we're going to assign this one to 1. So we can go ahead and unsuspend those. We do need soft scanning of people's brains in order to make the tumblers, though. Well, we are in process on getting some people scanned. We are also down a little power with all these extra buildings that we built. So we are planning some solar collectors. Let's go ahead and just like get you guys to work on those. They're prioritizing removing all this roof right now. But things are looking pretty good here. We're going to go ahead and get this protein synthesizer configured with fine meals and just like bump those all up to 3 stacks. I'm going to get rid of this one. What else is going on? We have plasma storage. Obviously, we don't have much plasma going on because we are at a power deficit, but this should help. Power output, grid access, we are back in the green. And then we'll get rid of these buildings once we're done using them, so that should help a little bit more. Down here, I'm hoping that means that this quest is going to be happening down here, since quests shouldn't be happening up there, but we can beam up and help them out if this ends up going that way. We can get some skill trainers, artistic, we can get skill trainer melee, construction. Artistic is nice, but we don't need 3 skill trainers for it. Melee is super nice. And it's just 1, or we could go ×3 on construction. I think we're going to take it for the melee skill trainer. I know Magnus and Viren are pretty well. Magnus is maxed out. Viren is 17. And then Phelps up here is probably our lowest melee guy at 15, but that's still a lot. Let's go ahead and restrict you guys to outpost. Let's restrict you guys to outpost, and let's turn on our northern defenses. Okay, toxic spewer inactive. I see that there's a shield. So high shield, that's us, that's them. High shield's not a problem. Range-wise, though, they are going to be out of range. But we can, like, pop onto the peninsula and then just kind of, like, backtrack once our weapons are up and running. Let's grab you guys. Let's head this way. Let's turn off fire at will until we're ready. And that is a lot of guns. Okay, we'll check our range. I have been equipping the Mass Effect folks with some snipers. So actually, why don't we grab everyone else? Let's grab you guys and that, and we'll line you up right there. Let's grab you guys, and we'll check range. So the proton rifles are long-range weapons. We can use that to kind of like trigger and bait them over. Jupiter, no, Alexei, go ahead and do that for me. And what is it looking like? You guys are slightly within range, so we're gonna back up just a little bit. And I think we still have enough range, so let's grab everyone and turn fire at will back on. Go ahead and take some shots. Okay. You guys must have masterwork weapons. But I saw it got stunned, so someone has some EMP charges. You got a legendary, you got a masterwork. Okay, so we have some EMP charges going on some of these guys. Okay. Why don't you guys line up like right there? I don't like that you're walking like that. Let's see. There you go. Okay, well, let's back up. I think we baited them well enough. I don't want us getting caught here. How are we on power? We're good. So maybe we crank our shield size up a little bit. That way we're in the shield. Mostly, I just want to take out some of these, like, longer range guys. Let's get it in there. Okay, Viren and Magnus. Let's get you, like, right on the toxic spewer. We are getting some good shots off. Okay, those proton weapons are insane. Actually, you guys, let's just like beam you to the transporter room. Your job's done. Let's move in. Let's move in. Okay. I think just a few more turrets up this way. I see this flame one. Viren, you're resting. Magnus, I hope you are also going to rest. Yeah. Okay. All done. Not bad. You guys are now unrestricted. Mechs, you guys can be... Oh, I moved you to unrestricted instead of inside. Okay, oops. Orders, unforbid. That capsules. All this junk. We will grab all that. Deconstruct those. We'll claim this guy. No, sorry, claim this guy. Where do we want the high shield? We have 2 on the ship, so that's fine. Maybe we stick one in our base. We could stick one like right there. That's pretty good. Feels appropriate. It's like nice and centered. Anything else to deconstruct over here? I think we're all right. Well, we've had even more of these guys join. What are we up to at this point? We are at 6 of them. One of them's pregnant, so this is probably not going to be something that we want to keep around long term. We also had some infested ship chunks crash. I'm not too worried about those. Like I think the only worry that I have is like if something were to trigger them. That could be a problem. We can just teleport to safety and switch on, our bottom 2 defense pods. So I think I'm less cautious about those. We'll keep them around. We might use them against raiders or something. We are not going to keep all these little guys around. especially if they're going to be breeding. Maybe we'll take all the females with us and we will trade those off. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's assemble an away team. Let's get Gilbert, our trusty counselor. Okay, and then you're pregnant, so I assume that it's the blue ones. Oh my god, no, it could be any of them, right? Okay, we're gonna get rid of all of them except you. I like your color, number 6. Let's go ahead and accept. We're gonna see if we can trade them away. Well, that is gonna be the plan. Other than that, I've just kind of been letting them do their mining thing up here. And I spent a lot of time planning. I've made a Shangri-La class design before. You might have seen the Blueprints episode of it. I actually have like a vanilla version, and then a vanilla version that uses all the tiles, so it's kind of thicker. I think this is like more in line with the silhouette. It's definitely something that I don't think we could build without Gravship Expanded, just because of the way that you get extra grav engine sizes and an ability to kind of like build bigger. So this is the ship that we will put our Starfleet crew in. This is a Normandy, and also kind of like the same thing. I don't think we could build this ship without Gravship Expanded just because of the sizes and shapes of it. Maybe we could in vanilla, but I haven't completely designed the interior yet, but we're going to have some of these uranium reactors powering it. Here we're going to use the ESO reactors since we don't have a warp core, but we'll do some like barracks in here. Maybe we'll do some crafting facilities. We'll get them all set up because the goal is to get them back to their respective universes, right? And then this just becomes Odyssey Expeditions like hangout. I don't know if we'll keep this structure once we get this structure up and going, but this has been like a pretty good mobile home for them for now. And we will hand this shop. We'll leave this guy with the Odyssey Expedition team. We currently have 4 grav cores on this ship, and then I think we have a grav core up here somewhere. In one of these, because we deconstructed a grav engine up here. Yeah, we have a grav core there. We need 3 for this size engine. We're going to try and build it with just the grav ship engine. And hopefully we'll be able to pull it off, especially with the grav field amplifiers. That's kind of like what we'll need for some of that extra shape. But we're going to need grav cores. So there are 2 on the map. There's one right there. There's one right there. I've noticed that traders do have them. Like at least one of the ones that we have in our inventory has come from a orbital trader that wasn't an Odyssey trader. So we might load up the shuttle with some money and see about visiting some of the higher tech factions. But I think that's going to be our goal for next week is... let's get Armstrong Station built. We'll start building our other grav ships. I think we're going to start with the Starfleet crew first, and then that way we can just kind of keep them out on missions. And then if we can get the Normandy up, that's when we will get these guys up and on the ship. But we'll leave them down here to kind of like maintain this facility until we have a spaceship for them. We will be putting 2 of each relic on the ships, with the idea that it's those relics, those rift cores. So we'll have reliquaries here in the engine room. We'll have a couple up here. That will kind of be what drives these ships off and back into their own universe. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for dealing with the extra long ramble at the end. But that's going to be it for this week. That's going to be it for tonight, today, whatever. Thanks for hanging out, you guys, as always. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.